Hello everyone, my name is Emeka Ejikeme. As you all know that Greenville Engineering is passing through certain economical problem presently. The company production is low and management is trying to make certain decisions that will make the company to survive. This presentation is for you to understand the present condition of the company and then use the human factor theory to provide the required solutions. Now, let's define the problem. Let's see what is the problem statement. Because if you don't know the problem, you might not know the right solution to actually provide. It is commonly said that when a purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is clearly inevitable. So let's define the problem. Number one, the production is low. That is a problem. But because production is low, the management is trying to make decisions that will actually keep the company moving. They're trying to lay off employees and then move the production to Seoul, which is South Korea. And so that is a problem. But in this presentation, I will be using a human factor theory to break down, to show you that we could do something better than moving the company overseas or laying off our cherished workers. Having understood the present condition of Greenville Engineering, management is looking for a solution. Management is looking for a long-lasting solution that will actually keep the company afloat and then keep production moving. And that is why I have decided to use the Boolean theory to search for articles, search for materials, which could help me to come up with a solution. So I found about 12,000 articles on this matter, but I narrowed it down to two important articles. I interviewed the workers in the company to get their own view, to understand where they stand, to hear from them firsthand, and then know what I would do applying the solution. I went forth, interviewed them, do my survey, make sure that everyone is on board, and tell me their minds, what they think, and what is going on. I continued, I checked the records, checking the sales records, knowing how they are doing. Their sales of yesterday, their sales of today, their sales of certain periods of the year, and their sales of certain locations where the products are being sold. I went on to check the employment procedure and the benefits. How do they really employ people? How do they bring people into the company? What is the standard? What is the structure? And then what is the benefits meant for the workers? What is the promotion standard? How do you move from one ladder of position to the next ladder? So I studied all those things so that I can make the right decision. I go in again to study the supply chain. How do they supply their products? What is their target market? Who actually consumes the product? Who is the end user? Are they exporting their products, or the products produced in this company being used locally? Who is buying? Are they using foreign exchange? These are the things I studied. Get my papers, get my records, collected my samples, so that I will come up with a right decision. The one thing about company is that when company is low, when production is low, company think about closing, just closing. They want to close. They want to close the company. They want to move company overseas. They want to lay off workers. But that is never the best decision. And that is why in this presentation, I will be using a human factor theory to solve that problem. And that human factor theory is called the X and Y theory. The X and Y theory basically deal with the behavior of the people, the workforce. How do management handle the workforce? What do they really do to make sure that workers are motivated to be productive? It is never the right approach to lay off employees or move production plants to other locations. It's never. But my question is always, why would you like to make a permanent decision in a temporary condition? Why will you make a permanent decision in a temporary condition? That doesn't make sense. That companies are doing it does not mean it's workable. Rather, it's what people do, what company does. They close the company, lay off their workers, and go somewhere else and open up. That is making the wrong decision. So in this presentation, I'll be using McGregor theory to provide certain solution to this. Let me explain what the X and Y theory says. The X and Y theory basically made it very clear that X people, that employees are not ready to do their jobs. That means you need to force them, you need to push them, you need to micromanage them before they become productive. That they come to work in the morning does not mean they want to work. So you do your best to make sure they do their job by forcing them, micromanaging them so that they will work. The other way around, the white theory believes that people are motivated to work, they are self-motivated. So when they come to their work in the morning, they are ready to do the job. So nobody is forcing them to do the job. So you just lead the motivation. So there's no micromanagement per se, but a safe condition, a good environment, and little motivation to just allow them to do what they are willing to do. So when you look at it, the X and Y theory, the X is the opposite of Y. But in this aspect, I'll be bringing it together to find a good point to make sure that this theory will be applied in the right way. Therefore, I will want management to revisit its management approach to apply the fairest method within these theories to make sure that production increases. Now, let's see how we could apply the X and Y theory to this scenario. There's one thing to know a theory, and there's one thing to apply that particular theory to a particular scenario. So I've selected the X and Y theory, which is a human factor theory, to apply to the challenge that Greenville Engineering is going through now, so that we come up with the required solutions. These solutions will end up to boost the employees' morale and then increase productivity. The first solution that I will provide after applying the X and Y theory to solve the problem that is going on in the company presently. The first solution I would suggest as my first recommendation would be applying good reward and benefit program for the employees. And so there should be an employee benefit program and rewards to motivate them. Let there be a standard motivating employee benefit program that will make them to put their best to work. The next solution I will recommend is training. It is commonly said in management that you train to grow. So when we train the employees we have, they will grow. We train them to give them the required skills they need to do the job. We don't need to go out and look for talents. We don't need to hire people outside or lay off the people we have. What we need to do right now that the company is down is to look around and know the skills we need to move the company ahead, and then train our employees to acquire these skills so that the company will move forward. My last recommendation will be employee workplace safety. Employee workplace safety is very important to prepare the employees psychologically to do the job. When they come to work and understand that the environment where they work is safe for them, is clean, is appealing, it's nice, it's conducive, they will be psychologically prepared to do their job. So a safe environment, a good environment will actually boost the morale of employees and then motivate them to put their best at work. In conclusion, to solve this problem, you have to understand the problem itself. Use the required human factor theory and then apply the recommended solutions. These are the references I used to come up with my recommendations. Thank you.